Okay, so what we are now on to week 2, we're doing lesson 24, which is time and money. It's going to be very similar to what we did last week because we have to convert. We have to have either all hours or all minutes to add them together. Apples and oranges, remember, cannot add them both. So, I'm not going to read it to you because you guys are more than capable of reading. And I only have a 5-minute window I have to finish this lesson up in. So, what do you need to know to solve the problems? Number 1. Well, the problem is Xing did chores for 3 hours 15 minutes on Monday and 35 minutes on Wednesday, 20 minutes on Saturday, total number of minutes. That's the key. It says minutes, so we know we need to convert them all into minutes. I'm getting ahead of myself. So what do you need to know to solve the problem? Well, you need to know the number of minutes that she did chores on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday to add them together. Are all the time given them minutes? No, they're not. Because, it says explain, because on Monday it has 3 hours and 15 minutes. The other 2 days are already both in minutes. How can you convert 3 hours into minutes? Think about it. How many minutes are in 1 hour? 60 minutes in 1 hour. Knowing that, you can just multiply 3 times 60. So 3 times 60, go screen sketch here. So knowing that, we have 3 times 60. 3 times 6 is 18. Add that other 0 for 180 minutes in 3 hours. For the time that Xing did chores on Monday, convert hours to minutes, then add the remaining minutes. So there's the hours, and I need to find out. It was 3 hours 15 minutes. So we have 180. So Monday is 180 plus 15. 180 plus 15. And that equals 195 minutes on Monday. Now we need to add up all the days. So we have Monday 195. Then we need to add 35 minutes was, I'm looking off my book here, 35 minutes was Wednesday. And then 20 minutes on Saturday. Obviously, if I'm going to add this, I always put it vertical. If you want to try it horizontal, that makes sense to you, go for it. I would not recommend it. I would line up my place values. 5 plus 5, 10. Carry that 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 3, 13. Plus 2, 15. 250 minutes of chores last week. Now, if we go on to the next page, it shows you how to convert 1 hour to 2 hours, 3 hours worth of minutes. This is just kind of showing you different ways that, I realized I moved that down, different ways that you could solve it. You saw how I solved it. It might make more sense to do it a different way for you. That's totally up to you guys. Alright, so go ahead and do the reflection. Explain why you need to know how to convert the measurements in order to solve real-world measurement problems. Go ahead and write down your answer. Go ahead and pause it, write it down, then unpause it, and you'll hear how I would answer that one. Okay, now that you unpaused it, measurements need to be the same because in order to add them together like we talked about, they need to be equal. Just like with fractions, the denominator needs to be equal. You cannot add apples and oranges. I can say it's a lot of fruit. You can say it's a lot of minutes. But in order to say how many minutes, everything needs to be in minutes or everything needs to be in hours. Okay, so that is lesson 1, or day 1 of lesson 24. And go ahead and do the corresponding math practice and problem solving pages 285 and 286.